Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Gul Knowledge Hub. Welcome to a new day with a new topic. Today's the topic is very important, and how it is important because the topic reveals why do I feel inferior to the people who have good English speaking skills. Yes, dear audience, this is very common but very serious problem of our society, in which people feel inferior to the people who are better English speakers, who have better English speaking skills. We feel inferior in front of the native speakers. We feel inferior to the people who have better English speaking skills. If this problem is of yours, this video is especially for you. Before diving into the video and giving you how to avoid this inferiority complex, we should give a background why this inferiority complex had peeped into our society. First of all, remember, it was a 20th century, the end of 19th and the early 20th century, when Britishers were rulers of all the world. Nearly 25% of the world was ruled by Britishers, and the language of British was English. They take their language to the area where they were ruling. It was the period of colonization. During that period, they given privileges to all the people who have better English speakers, who have better English speaking skills. They awarded jobs, they awarded different kinds of lands to the people who adopted English language, because during their rule it was the language of all the classes. In this period, during this era, this inferiority complex was jumped into our society. Whether it was any part of the world, this inferiority complex was peeped into our society during that period, because Britishers were rulers, we were subjects. The ruler's language was English. Our language was something other. Maybe it may be Urdu, it may be Hindi, it may be Bengali, any other language. But the rulers given priority to English language. This priority is still existed in our society, and people feel proud when they have better English speaking skills. People see themselves as a superior to the other people who can speak English fluently and with the flow. It is a reality. Even if you don't know any word of English, but you have better English speaking skills, you can speak with the flow, you can speak with a natural voice. You are considered superior in our society. This is a dilemma of our society, and this has been perpetuated in our minds. And number two reason is that in our society there are two groups: high income group and low income group. High income group send their children to abroad for higher education, and abroad the higher education is studied in English language. Automatically they receive what language? English language. And when they return to their native language, to their motherland, what they speak? They speak English language fluently, naturally, and they consider other people as inferior. And what the other people feel of themselves? Inferiority complex because of this gap. And the people of low income strata, they send their children to Urdu or Hindi or native school, and their children receive education in native language. And these two groups exist in our society side by side, but the mentality or the gap is huge, due to which this inferiority complex is still existing in our society. And you can notice that English medium schools are given preference over the Hindi or Urdu or Bengali or native schools. And parents, this is now the mentality of every parent. They give their children a standard education. They prefer to get admitted their children in the private schools, in English medium school. Now, you have understood the root cause of why people feel inferiority complex in our society. And there are still some nations like Japanese, like Chinese, they feel proud to speak in their native language. But in our society, if you want to get a higher job, if you want to do a job in a multinational company, if you want to have prestige in our society, respect and reverence in our society, or to want a very huge job or higher job in our society, it is mandatory, it is essential for you to get and to have proficiency in English language. This is now the mentality. This is now the mindset of every person in our society. This is the background. And now what should we do? What should we do and what can we do where everyone is having this mentality that whoever has spoken English, who has better spoken English language skills, he is better person. How can we avoid? How can we avoid this problem? How can we save ourselves from this inferiority complex? This is the question of today. This is not a small question. This is a huge and serious problem, and we have to deal with this question, because everyone is discussing that we feel inferiority complex. People are speaking English language. People have proficiency in English language. What can we do? What should we do? Where everyone is given prestige to a person who speaks English language. This is the question of today. This is very question. This is not an ordinary question. Now what should we do? What is the remedy? What is the measure to deal with this problem? We have to give solution. How can we give solution? Now it is accepted reality that English is a preferred language. English is a language of royal class. English is a language of high income class. English is a language of higher jobians. So what should we do? This is the question of today, and we have to deal with it. Now just imagine if you are standing and you are surrounded by all the crowd who has better English speaking skills. How can you deal with them? They are mocking, they are laughing at you, they are making fun of you, they are just degrading you, they have a disrespectful attitude towards you. How can you deal with them? So there is only one solution. If they mock at you and laugh at you, laugh with them. Because if you laugh with them, they are disarmed. They don't have the weapon to mock at you. You are laughing with them. They are laughing. You are laughing with them. They are mocking. You are laughing at yourself. It means that you are disarming them. You are snatching their happiness. And how can you feel inferiority complex? You can't feel inferiority complex because you have this powerful attitude. And number 2 is that first, face the people in this way. Disarm them, disweapon them just by laughing with them. Number 2 is that Creator has given us weaknesses and strengths. If you have weakness in English language, just keep this thing. English is just a language. It's just a means of communication to communicate your ideas, knowledge, information to the other person. Nothing else. Nothing else. English is just a language, just like your native language, be it a German, French, Bangladeshi, or Hindi, Urdu, any native language. Why are you given preference to such language? You don't have proficiency in English language. You might have proficiency in other arts, in other language, in other skill. English language just like a skill. If you have proficiency in other skill, be proud of that, because every person has weaknesses and strengths. Don't dwell on your weaknesses. Be proud of your strengths. Praise yourself. that you are a masterpiece. You are crown of the creation. If you have this feeling, you will not feel inferiority complex. Give English language a status of communication, nothing more than that. In this way, you can overcome the feeling of inferiority complex. You will not feel inferiority complex in front of the person who has better English speaking skills. In this way, you can overcome all the problems relating to inferiority complex and you will feel happiness. With this positive note, we end the video. Till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.